Ramdev, I think I first interviewed you 15 years ago. And I remember at that time, you talked about financialization. You talked about, and that was an era when retail investors, except for a few lakh who may be trading in the stock market, by and large, the growth of the mutual fund industry was very small. And, we spoke about at that time, and you mentioned that there will come a time when the average Indian will start moving to financial assets. And I think in the last 2 years, you will agree that trend has started.
Yes.
We are still nowhere near where we can achieve, but at least the trend has started. However, for a lot of people who came in the last 1 year, we saw the sudden correction that we've seen. And probably for the first time, they're seeing a correction because they entered when the markets were nice and rosy. And now they've suddenly seen a bit of a correction. Of course, it's very volatile right now. And there are events coming up and, elections, etc., etc. So I'm going to ask you, since when you and I talk, we talk only long term. What is your outlook for the next 5 years? I'm not asking you whether X party comes or Y party comes, but as a country, as a market, as you talked about, next 5 years to 10 years, what is your horizon?
So longer you take, more predictable it becomes. So 5 years is also fairly long, and I would think that we should do well. I mean, it is very difficult to figure out what all events will happen, who will win, who will lose, what kind of oil price will be there. Today it looks that oil price is one of the biggest economic event, but I'm telling you, in 6 months' time, you realize there are so many more earth-shaking economic events which will open up, and nobody knows, and that's the beauty of it. So I have seen my 40 years in the stock market. I bought my first stocks in 1980. Since then, I have seen this country from flood and famine and forex crisis, and this country has gone through all sorts of political, social, geopolitics and global events, commodity crisis, everything we have gone through. Yet this stock market has delivered you anywhere between 12 to 15% kind of return, equity markets. And Indian entrepreneurship is now coming of age. I mean, in 80s and 90s, it was, even till about 2000, bulk of the wealth creation was dominated by PSUs and multinationals. Okay, today, they are hardly 25, 27% of the total wealth created. Rest all, 73, 74% is all private sector. Now you see your banks. Today you have HDFC Bank. In 1996, it was 1,000 crore bank. Today it is 5.5 lakh crores bank. It is one of the best banks in the world. You look at TCS, which was nothing in 2003, it got listed, and today it is 8 lakh crores, $100 billion monolith, and growing. Infosys, you look at Sun Pharma, you look at, you go sector after sector, you'll find the giant companies, and they're still growing, and they will grow. So in 10 years' time, one of the things, Vivek, is the success. In entrepreneurship, success is very rare. We live in the world of successful companies, so we don't realize how rare it is. But actually, you'll realize, if you look at among your colleagues, your friends, your relatives, success is very rare. And giant success is rarest of rare. And the longevity giant success, is, there is only one Google. Even in America, there is only one Google. So, this success in any field, particularly in stock market, is valued a lot. So we tend to undermine while valuing these companies. But if you stay with successful companies, a set of successful companies, good thing about equity investing is you don't have to buy only one company. You can have your 15, 20 choices, what you like, in the proportion you like, and you build a nice portfolio. If you're not competent, there is somebody else, people like me, who will do it for you for a percentage or so. So you buy a set of companies, and some companies will definitely go wrong. So what happens is, some companies go down and some companies also do well because the economy is doing well. If you buy successful companies, the economy cannot be successful unless successful companies become more successful. So in that process, you get your share of pound of flash in success, and that success reflects in the stock price.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.